you to keep talking so I can make up my mind. So far you like my voice and I like your point of view. Come play with me some ways. I think there's room for two. This time you've been searching for something, turn around in circles, holding nothing. Half the damage that love can do,
50 basically lead to Dark as 250s led. Scythe is going to get back and get that boost. Dark coming off the wall, looking for a flip reset, is able to get it. Blues is back, but not able to save it, and Dark starts off with a bang.
That is beautiful, KG. Great way to start the game early on, 10 seconds in.
Yeah, hang on a moment. Owls break through. Just not able to find the shot. All 4 players in the server. Oh, AFK! I mean, there are dunks and there are extra mustard dunks, and that one is the latter. Beautiful on the over Zuggs. Ollie had no idea whether he was coming or going. Owls take a 2-1 lead.
Dunk off of Chaka. Freak gonna send it out. Chaka is gonna have it right here. Maybe a little too much of a boom, but Chaka's applying that pressure and it's gonna go off the top and bottom, but Freak is there for the follow-up.
Oh, he had to hit it one side. He had to hit the post a little bit and the crossbar, and he had to hit the same crossbar and the same post to get it to goal. And I think that's just teamwork right there. One said, I do it, you do it.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Frontier Doubles League. I am Mia, and tonight I will be joined by Clover. But we do have some Elite League action. The Huskies going to be taking on the Owls. Clover, how are you doing on this lovely Saturday?
I'm doing great. I'm excited to be here. This game, our semifinals match for our Elite League in our playoffs, and I'm super excited to get this going.
Yeah, I'm very excited to get this going as well. We do have everybody in the lobby. They have been informed of all of the goings on. Let's get these guys in here and get this series started. So, covering some playoff basics, we move from best of 5 to best of 7. First to 4 victories. You still get a timeout in this as well. But the only other difference, I guess, really is, loser goes home. And that's what makes playoffs fun.
Indeed, and I'm really excited to see how this game goes because we've got a really stacked couple of teams here.
Yeah, I mean, to be in the semifinals, these guys are going to be pretty good. And I can't say I've seen Exy a whole lot during the regular season. I did get to see him a bunch during the All-Star matches, and he was pretty solid there. So, he's a good player, so I expect to see something out of him. I can't say I'm too familiar with the others, but Schlumpy going to be getting on the board first for the Huskies.
Well played there as well, leaving both of his opponents on low boost and just carrying it right over both of them. Got Schlumpy versus Zena here. XC. Pushing this one up, grabbing that corner boost. That could be huge. That's a good bump by Poofy. Zena on this ball. Schlumpy. Not a lot of boost. Will get beat there. Poofy now. Pushes this one a little far up. Zena with low boost. Still going for it. Trying to read that double. Doesn't have the boost to do so. But XC to the back wall. Gonna double that to the post. That's unfortunate.
Oh, that ball that one has to be in the net as this one ricochets in the middle. Schlumpy pops this. Gonna take a little air dribble, looking for the double, but Xe, great job, great positioning, able to keep that one out. That was sure to be a goal. Poofy looking for the double reset. Looked like he got it, but doesn't matter too much as that ball smacked away from him. Schlumpy gonna try to take this one to the ground, has it knocked towards his own goal as AFK picking up that corner boost, trying to stay close on this ball. Does get a touch, bumped off of it. Now Schlumpy trying to go forward and can't. Xe may have a chance here, has a little bit of boost, but a little bit more than his opponent, but he gives up possession on this play. It's been a little back and forth, looking for the Owls to convert, find a couple more opportunities. It really has felt that the threats have been coming from the Husky side, but the defense really has been there for the Owls as a shot put on, and Schlumpy able to turn this one away with ease. Rebound shot from Xe is cut off before it can get going.
Now Schlumpy with a little bit of boost, trying to just buy his teammate a little bit of time here. Zena, now with no boost, gonna try and play for a little 50. Will get it. Xe a little too far up on that ball. Will take his time to go back, but Poofy, big 50 there, beating out Exy. Schlumpy with a shot. Zeno with a great save will proceed to take this ball up the wall. Free flip into a little bit of an air dribble. Tries to get it over Poofy. Can't quite. Now Poofy gets a beat over Exy. Schlumpy pushes this one up to the corner. Now Zena trying to chase him for that boost. Gets a little bit of a clear going, but Poofy's there to read it to the back wall. And Schlumpy, reading that play perfectly, sends that one into the net with 2 minutes, 10 seconds left, 2-0.
Yes, it really just looks like Exy a little bit awkward there, finds the bump, but not before Schlumpy can get the touch he needs to send it into the back of the net. And Owls have a couple shots. It's 5-3 in favor of the Huskies, but it's really just been feeling like all of the danger has been happening on the side of the Huskies' possession, and really at least feels like it's been nearish 50-50 that the Owls have been down in this Husky half, but really haven't been able to make effective use of that time and effective use of that possession. It's this ball bouncing down, Poofy not going for that one, as Exy trying to bring this one the other way, and that attack fizzles out. They do keep possession, but give this one up to Schlumpy, looking to try to get this one. Mid does, but nobody there. A little bit of a dangerous ball. Poofy keeping this one in, and Zena up for this one onto the wall for Exy, who doesn't find the touch and takes a demo, and Zena just trying to keep this one close and cannot, and it's been a little tough for the Owls. They just seem to be struggling to find anything useful, find anything productive.
Yeah, and find a good attack as well. And Exy kind of just throwing this one away, trying to go for a little bit of a freestyle shot per se. Now Zena with control of this ball. Going for a little bit of a wave dash. Big flick up to the back wall. Schlumpy there to carry it though. Gets a reset. Gets it over Exy. Zena popping that one back in. Poofy using the last bit of his boost to try and get it to his teammate, but Zena will find it. But Schlumpy with the cut will put that one in for 3-0. 41 seconds left.
Anything can happen, but it really just has been all Huskies, and I hope that the Owls can come up with something here at the end of this game one, but it really isn't seeming that way as the demo happens here. Schlumpy, no boost, can just roll this one in to give it 4, and I really think 3 was the nail on the coffin. This one is assuredly over, unless we have a toss of the century, but the Owls, if they keep playing like this, we're gonna be done with this series very, very quickly.
Oh yeah, 100%. And it's looking like just Huskies have the better chemistry, and that's a great 1v1 play there by Schlumpy, slowing that ball down. Got to give it to him.
Oh, that's a nice cut, and just able to get that last little touch over Exy. Yeah, this is turning into a bit of a rout, but I think it was kind of over 2 goals ago. It doesn't matter how many you give up in this game. You've lost. Losing 1-0 is the same as losing 10-0, at least as far as the series is concerned. Obviously, I don't think that there's going to be too much consideration for mental just yet, but just trying to use this time to think about what you're doing wrong, and it just really feels like that they're not. They're respecting the Huskies a bit too much. I think that they just need to get up there and contest some of these balls and not give them so much space. They just seem a little too passive right now.
Yeah. And to be fair, I know we have 2 really great teams here. Just the Owls honestly just need to lock in a little bit, and I feel like the chemistry is kind of putting them off.
Yeah, it did feel a little disjointed. Just offense and defense. It was just a struggle, but that the chemistry on the part of the Huskies is certainly there. Schlumpy picking up all 5 goals, but Poofy finding assists on 4 out of the 5. So it's certainly a team effort on the part of the Huskies, even if the glory of the goal goes to one singular person. It's I think that that's really going to be making a difference, and I'm not seeing a lot of teamwork between the Owls. I think that they need to, I guess, almost in a way, just slow down and rotate.
Mm-hmm. And it kind of sucks, getting beat 5-0.
Oh
But
yeah,
but hear me out. Owls come back in game 2. I can feel it because Exy, he wasn't playing his best. I could tell, as well as the scoreboard could tell. But I know we have some really great players here, right?
yeah, yeah. And I also have to consider is that I don't know how much these guys, I guess, have played on stream. That stakes are a little bit higher, and being on stream can certainly bring with it some nerves. Is Schlumpy almost able to find this one, but Zena with the save and Exy trying to take this one up doesn't get a great touch on it, but Zena up to try to keep this one in the Huskies half, but Poofy bringing this one the other way. Shot off the crossbar and out. Is this ball going to go bouncing the other way? Exy can't get to it in the corner there, and Poofy able to maintain some control, trying to bring it up, but a good 50 by Zena, and almost getting back to this ball, but this is... Ooh, that needs to be a goal.
Oh yeah, 100%. That was a great save nonetheless. Exy. Big 50. Poofy just kind of leaving this one, staying around maybe. Big 50 there by AFK. Poofy now. Trying to beat him out, but will get the boost and the ball in a 1v1 with Exy. Goes for an air dribble bump, doesn't get it. Exy, great save. AFK. Big 50 there on Schlumpy. Exy. Now we're seeing Schlumpy push past all of these 50s, and it's definitely working out for him.
Yeah, he's just finding a better position to put the car in, just the awareness to go forward there and find the bump and trust that your teammate's going to be there to follow up that play, and Poofy is there to follow it up, and Schlumpy being rewarded with the fruits of his own labor and bumping out the second there as a demo coming through. Exy going to be able to pop this one around Poofy for the moment, sends it up and is bumped. Schlumpy there keeping this one safe in the corner, but it is certainly some team play and some aerial play, getting the reset but can't get it over. AFK is a 50 coming through. This ball over the net, nobody diving at it. Not a lot of boost on the side of the Huskies, and they get a little boost and get back to it, and starting a nice little series of possession here. Is that one off the crossbar and out? Exy not able to get a touch. This one not too dangerous, but the pressure is still there on the part of the Huskies.
Schlumpy taking the ball to his back wall, trying to get a 50 there on AFK. AFK stealing that corner boost from the Huskies. Might buy them a little bit of an opportunity, but Poofy 350 against Exy. Schlumpy being able to follow that one up. Good try on that shot. Schlumpy to the back wall, going for the double. Sends it bottom right, just around AFK, and that's some really good placement there by Schlumpy.
Yeah, it is. It's realizing that not all of that net is open. Have to put that one pretty far away, and you don't really know how much boost AFK has there. Could have a lot, could have a little. So putting it top shelf may not be the best chance, and sending it far post is exactly what he needed to do, and is able to convert on that opportunity, which is almost feels like another thing, and this is another chance. Ooh, AFK not there, and I think that converting on that one makes up for. I think that they had a play earlier that they should have scored on, but have found their way to put in their other two opportunities.
Schlumpy, good control of this ball. Exy with an early 50. Then putting that one right in for goal 1 of this entire series, I believe.
Yes.
With barely under 2 minutes left. It's definitely possible. I think the problem is just keeping up.
Yeah.
Like, these Huskies are just biting, and they won't let go. Lockjaw, if you would.
Yeah, I'd really have to say so, and even looking at the some of the counting stats of this one is gonna find its way in, and just like that, Exy with 2 goals pretty quickly. to tie this one up and finally seeing some life in the Owls. And this one, it really has been a very Huskies dominated game. They've taken 12 shots to the Owls 5, but here we are tied. So we are seeing some goals, and I think it's good that have found some scoring after having 7 unanswered, as it looked like Poofy was going to try for a flip reset there, but turned aside safely. Is Exy going to send this one to the ground? AFK up for it, has this one around Poofy, and AFK is there, no boost, just decides to wait patiently for this ball, and this one in the mid, looking for a bump, can't get it, and Poofy sending it out. But it's good to see some life out of the Owls, finding some opportunities, finding some pressure, as a shot on there is turned aside easily. It's certainly looking like that they know that this Huskies team is human, that they can be scored on, that they can be beat, as that is a high, awkward ball that is not able to result in a shot. But it's better. I really think that one of the big things was they kept themselves in it. They only ever went down 2-0, and that's pretty easy to come back from, and they just needed the 2 opportunities. Just like I think that they need one, they can certainly find it in a counterattack.
And honestly, this might be a good opportunity. Poofy, though, clearing this one out. To his back wall, gets his corner boost. Okay, a little bit of a pinch there, but Exy there to block him off. Schlumpy already up for that. See, that's what I mean. The Huskies' speed, they're just on everything. And it'll work. It'll get you down.
It will, but this could be a little dangerous. Exy picking up the boost. Is Schlumpy up for this one, but it has it over. No, but Schlumpy gets the touch, and AFK sending this one to the corner, going to try to put it back mid. Does, it's on target, but Schlumpy able to clear out that soft shot. Poofy trying to go the other way, and from the ceiling, Exy has a touch, but the rebound's off the crossbar into the ground, into overtime we go.
Now that's going to be sent back left into the Owls' half. Schlumpy trying to put it down for Poofy, however, Exy there to cut him off. Now it's a good demo out of Poofy, but AFK, no boost really to do here, or to work with here. Now Exy in a little bit of a 2v1, gets bumped out by Poofy, but Poofy no boost to get there. Exy needs some boost here, needs the ball. Chooses to stay on it, gets a flick over Poofy, going for a bump on Schlumpy. AFK sending it low, trying to get it under him. Now AFK up here. Pre-flip into an air dribble, into a reset. Trying to get it over both of the Huskies. Now Poofy, well, for a little bit of an air dribble. Gets a reset, gets it over, but can't get it over Exy. Schlumpy with a big fake. AFK going in for the big 50. Poofy grabbing this corner boost. Goes off the ceiling, into a touch. Can't quite find the double, and Mia. This game is jam-packed with action. What are you thinking?
My head is in my hands right now. It's so close, and that was saved. Oh my god, there have been 3 or 4 shots now from the Huskies that I think should have just gone into the net, as Exy bringing this one out across midfield and finding just a momentary reprieve from this juggernaut of a Huskies offense. Is this one Schlumpy going to wait for this one? Sends it up high. AFK can't find the touch, and it's a little bit behind Schlumpy, but there's an opportunity here. AFK not there. Poofy can't find the second touch, and Schlumpy going to send this one high into the backboard, and Exy just going to be able to catch this one. Not a lot of boost, though. Flicks this one forward, doesn't do a whole lot, and that's a little pass mid, as AFK has a little bit of boost, has the ball up in the air with a crazy cut. Oh my goodness, but Poofy there and able to put this one up on the wall, and this ball gonna be dangerous unless AFK can't find the touch, and it's just gonna be in, Clover.
That's quite a way to end an overtime.
My heart hurts because the Owls played such good defense throughout that game, and then for that miss to be why they lose hurts.
You know, for all that defense, we're seeing 11 saves out of the Owls.
On 19 shots.
Yeah, 11 saves and 19 shots. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's some really good defense, honestly. To be able to hold off more than half of the Huskies' shots. That's amazing, right?
Yeah.
The only problem is they're not converting that into an attack, I
No.
would think. The Huskies are just on everything. Boost management. It's great, you know, passing to each other as well, playing it high, making the Owls waste their boost, and that's what's winning them games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that they have found a home in this counterattack, but at a certain point, I think that they're also going to need to find a little bit of offense on their own. Try to be able to generate some pressure. I really think that while the defense that they're playing is great, I think they're just playing a little bit too much defense, and that they need to find themselves with a bit more time in the midfield or down into the attacking side, because it's sad to see that be lost on a defensive mistake, and that's just something that's going to happen when you concede 19 shots in a game. That there needs to be something done to not allow so many shots, allow so many opportunities to be created, as Poofy can't find an air dribble opportunity at the start of this game, and Exy going to keep this one on the ground, but Poofy sends it over the top, but AFK has this one up around Schlumpy, can't redirect in the middle, and not over Xy's head as he retreats back on this one, but he's going to let Poofy get a touch here and into the corner. Schlumpy sending this one high, and AFK with the clear. I just really think for the Owls, it's going to be just a matter of weathering these attacks and converting the opportunities that they get. The creation of offense will certainly help them wonders.
I gotta say there, that's a good play there. Putting it barely under him. Very close there from Exy, however. Good effort. Appreciate that. Going off of this kickoff. Let's see here. We've got Exy versus Poofy. AFK with the better cheat, but Schlumpy there to read him, and Poofy taking that kickoff goal to bring it 2-0 with barely over 4 minutes left. Gotta say, Huskies coming out very aggressive.
Yeah, and I mean, and that's just like you said in the last game, Schlumpy with the 50s. It's Schlumpy with that 50 to even create the opportunity for Poofy to score that one, and that's just having a better kickoff. I can't really put that on defense. It's one of the really, I guess, first kickoff goal that we've seen, and sometimes it just be like that, but it's certainly not going to fare well for them, as that's a great save from Exy. So difficult trying to stay up, and this ball is cleared out. Wow, that is dangerous. They are bending so far, and it is so close to breaking every single time that it is just dangerous. Playing with a little bit too much fire right now.
Poofy controlling this ball with not a lot of boost, but Owls don't have much either, but Exy picking up that corner boost. Poofy staying on this ball. Exy getting a beat on Schlumpy, sending it to his back wall, but Schlumpy able to clear this one out. AFK with a shot. Beats out Poofy with low boost, and that's what they're looking for right there.
And it's a nice little box out from Exy, also grabbing that boost, and AFK just beating Poofy with low boost. That was just a nice job of being able to control that boost, have it when you need it, and find a goal. It's certainly a counterattack goal, which is how they've been generating. So that's certainly good that they're still able to do that. And again, I only gave up 2 before finding their first, so there can certainly still be in this one. And Exy looking for the demo, does find a little bit of contact, but not enough to get that demolition that he would have liked, as this one sent high. And Poofy going to drop this one down to Schlumpy, who's going to send this one towards the wall, as AFK picking up the boost and just kind of waiting patiently, trying to find some 50s. And Huskies managed to find this ball down into the Owls' goal. Oh,
That's unfortunate.
that hurt.
That does. That really hurts the soul. But hopefully they can shake it off. We're gonna have Schlumpy versus AFK on this kickoff. Exy getting a mid boost, but Poofy getting a pinch to send it towards their side of the field. AFK now trying to control this ball. Poofy, he's a 0 boost demon on this field, I gotta say.
Yeah, he certainly stays with the ball, certainly stays with the play, and doesn't I wouldn't say he doesn't worry too much about boost, but he certainly trusts himself on low boost to try to make plays and find smart 50s. It really has been fairly clinical from them. I mean, only conceding 3 goals so far, and what is that? 13 minutes of Rocket League giving up 3 goals, so that the defense has been excellent. As AFK going to try to take this one, finds the bump, and Schlumpy not able to clear it over the top. AFK going to be able to put that one in, and this lead back down to 1.
Yeah, and that's a great play out of AFK, using that 1v1 strat to really put some aggression in this game.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, sometimes the cringe works.
It is cringe, but it works. Sometimes if these cars are always in the way, I think the easiest way to make them not be in the way is to physically move them out of that place. And it can be a good strategy, it can be a risky strategy, but if you are good enough to find contact with those cars, it can certainly break up any kind of rotation, just any kind of vibe that a team has going on. Schlumpy just backflip flicking this one into the offensive half, and can't really find a whole lot of it. Is this one going to be back down into the Huskies half, bounces up. Xe and AFK were up for this one, so a little bit of a dangerous play, but not punished on it. They're still just looking for this one goal, and do you think they can find it in the 45 seconds?
I think so. The only thing they have to do really is keep up the pressure that they've had, because they're really forcing the Huskies into a corner, quite literally. However, Schlumpy barely missing that shot, but Xe, unfortunate 50 there, sending it out mid, but AFK there to clean it up. Poofy now. Sends it high. Xe sending it low. AFK nowhere to be seen, but on the ground. Poofy. Just barely missing that shot. Going for a little bit of a fake on Xe, but takes the 50. Schlumpy now with the corner boost and the ball. Taking a big 50 on AFK, sends it towards the Huskies half. Poofy sending that one back. Going for a little bit of a psycho touch to buy some time. But with no time left, that's going to be 0 seconds on the ground, and that was close. That was close.
Yeah, certainly was close. They certainly had some good opportunities, and that one's certainly felt a bit more even. Huskies still out shooting the Owls that time, 9-5, and it's been the case in every single game. This one being another 1-goal game, so it's close, but they're just not finding that other opportunity. And with the way that the Huskies are scoring, it's been at least 3 goals in every game that they're gonna need to find more than 2 if things keep going this way. And I don't know if they can do that. It just seems so clean, so clinical from the Huskies, but I could see the Owls maybe getting one, but it's going to be tough trying to get a reverse sweep at this point.
Yeah. I mean, it's possible, right?
Yeah.
And we would love to see that happen. But
I certainly would.
it's just a matter of, Owls playing better.
Mm-hmm.
Which I have faith. And that's not always bad.
No.
Right? So I'm going to hold faith and hope for a reverse sweep for our Owls team, because that would be quite interesting. But on this kickoff, we're going to have a little bit of a beat out of the Owls. Schlumpy now. Big fakes there from Xe. Trying to get a flick over Poofy. Can't find it. Now Poofy with no boost. We know how he is with that. Gets a big 50 to Schlumpy. Schlumpy finding a touch over Xe. But now Xe getting beat out. AFK sending it high. Now Poofy trying to push this one back to Schlumpy. Will do so, but with no boost, it's going to be a little hard to control this ball. Xe stealing the possession, takes it up to the right wall, off the ceiling. Can't find the flip into the net. But right off the bat, we're seeing our Owls have a lot of aggression here.
Yeah, it's certainly looking a lot better, a lot cleaner. I really do like this aggression and just trying to make the Huskies uncomfortable. I think that this is going to work in the long run, just creating some opportunities now. I like this changing of the pace. I think the aggression that Xe's bringing right now is exactly what they need, and AFK should be able to clear this one from the backboard, and does. Poofy's popping it up, but only to Exy, who was trying for the reset there and is just keeping close to this ball, trying to find opportunities, trying to find 50s. And I mean, through a little over a minute here, like, I'm going to let this play happen. You know, I was going to say it's the best that the Owls have looked as far as controlling the game, and, you know, that happens.
Close attempt there by Exy, though. He was right there. That hurts. Now on this kickoff, we're going to have AFK versus Poofy, sending it back right to Schlumpy, or back left. You'll see Schlumpy in a little bit of a 1v1 there. Grabs the mid boost. Schlumpy getting a better 50 off of Exy. Will put that one in off of the back wall. 2-0. 3.5 minutes left. It's, as we've seen, it's going to be a little tough to beat out these Huskies, but if they keep playing how they have been and keep up the consistency, I think we've got ourselves a real game.
Yeah, I mean, they're down, but this is exactly where they've been before. It's not an ideal place to be playing from, but at this point it should be a familiar place, which not always the best thing, but they've been here before. They know that they can at least come back. Like, they have forced overtimes. They've lost by 1 in the one, and besides game 1, which was a blowout for sure, it's been close. We know that they can do this. I think that they can do this. It's just going to be a matter of them actually going out and doing it. Is that one Exy not going to be able to get there, and Poofy putting this one in, and it is 3-0. And while I do think anything is possible, I'm a little worried we may be heading towards what game 1 was.
Yeah, and I hate to agree with that, but here we are. AFK now, getting a little bit of a beat there. Exy now taking that open net, and that will be goal 1.
That's
Looks like
huge.
we're not going in the same direction as game 1. No more 5-0.
Yeah, and it's certainly still plenty of time, and getting that goal back off of that kickoff, I think is huge. So, like, back down to only 2-goal deficit, and still more than half the game left to go, which is plenty of time and plenty of opportunity as the flip reset. AFK not able to find that one in. Schlumpy getting credit with the save as Exy trying to pick his spot to play this ball as this one up. Schlumpy therefore, but actually Exy getting to it first. Poofy gonna send this one up the wall, take it off, and gets met by AFK, who doesn't have a lot of boost. Gonna try to turn and shoot, and Exy gonna be able to send one with a bit of pace, and that's beyond. I think that was Schlumpy, but either way, I mean, down by 1, 2:13 to go. This is looking a lot better for the Owls.
We're seeing team plays out of them now, and that can be very dangerous, as we've seen. Our Huskies have proven. Schlumpy now grabbing that corner boost, but Exy now taking it to the wall. A little bit of a wizard flick over Schlumpy and over Poofy. That's amazing control out of Exy there.
What a touch. Gets it over, and just has the other, and is able to just put it in, and just like that, it's 3-3 in the last, minute? We have a brand new game. Truthfully, we have a brand new Owls team. It is the first time that they have scored more than 2 goals, and please don't tell me that this happens.
It happens.
At this point, though, I'm firmly back in the camp of being a believer. I think that they can get another one. I really just hope that they don't keep doing this, because it's really putting a dampener on the parade that they're having.
Oh, it's a good cheat by AFK, but down to Exy.
Good pass.
Exy not quite able to put that one in, as it's blocked by Schlumpy. AFK sending this one back. Exy not quite able to find a touch, but Poofy not quite able to find a good touch towards their net. Exy trying to stay with this one, taking a 50 on Schlumpy. Will get the better 50, but can't do much with it. AFK.
Wow.
Going for a little 50 there. Schlumpy getting a bump, gets it over Exy, but AFK now in control of this ball. Avoids the demo. Poofy. That's some pretty good defense there, avoiding the bump and still getting the ball.
Yeah, that's certainly tough to do to avoid the bump, keep yourself in a position where you're not too caught out, as that's a great 50 from an almost boostless AFK at the end of that aerial. Schlumpy up for this one, has the flip reset. Oh, saved
Oh
off the goal
my.
line. How is that out? Keeping this game, keeping their series, keeping their playoff lives alive. They still need to find one, but it seems like that they're going to have to hold off one last onslaught. They have 35 seconds to figure out a way to find at least one.
Poofy. Taking this off of his back wall, trying to just play time here. AFK, not quite able to get a beat over Schlumpy. XE pushing this one out to the side, gives his teammate, Poofy, the ball. AFK going to the ceiling, trying to find an early challenge. Will find it. XE getting beat out. Just a little touch there by Schlumpy. And Poofy with a big demo. XE not quite able to find the save, and that will be goal 5 for our Huskies team. And gonna be honest, it's looking like that's it.
That is, yeah, looking like it's it after such a valiant effort in this game to fight their way back and just couldn't find that last opportunity as time will run out. All Schlumpy has to do is put this ball down as it does drop, and that will be the Huskies taking this one in a sweep. And it doesn't change the fact that they got swept, but besides game 1, this was a solid series. This was a valiant effort from the Owls. Just not able to get up to the level of the Huskies, but it's a very close 4-0 series.
Yeah. And for it to go full 4-0 and still be that close, I gotta say, good effort to our Eagles team. And congratulations. Or Eagles, sorry, Owls. Congratulations to our Owls team and our Huskies team for making it into the finals.
Well, just the Huskies.
Oh, sorry, am I not speaking right? Oh my.
That's all right. Yeah, but
Got things
the
backwards.
Huskies will advance to the finals, and the Owls are eliminated after that. Overall, great series, fun to watch. I wish we had more games. I wish the Owls could have found a game win. But that is what we have for this block. We will be back at 8:15 for a Star League matchup between the... Oh, we have an interview. We do. Okay. We might. Okay. Okay. So yes, we'll wait to see if we can find an interview. I was about to send us out because I hadn't seen anything about it, so I figured that there may not have been. Uh, but we'll give them a couple minutes. All righty. Uh, so Clover, since we may have a couple minutes, do you have anything more to say about that series?
Not really, except for I'm surprised it was 4-0. I mean, with how close those games were, I'm kind of amazed.
Yeah, I mean, it was a 5 goal differential in game 1, but all the others, uh, games 2, 3, and 4 ended up being a overall 4 goal differential, and even at that, the fourth goal was scored with, what was it, 5 seconds to go in game 4. So 2 1-goal games in what essentially was a 1-goal game right till the very end. That's about as close as you can get, including having that overtime game. And they just had a couple of misses on defense. Like, it was so good They played so well on defense, but it still did just come down to a couple mistakes that the Huskies were able to capitalize on, which is a frustrating way to lose, I'd say, and just being beaten on mistakes can feel rough.
Yeah. And very, very close calls in those last few games there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm amazed. You know, it's not every day you get 4 saves back to back, right?
Mm-hmm. No, I mean there were certainly there were some defensive sequences that the
Mhm.
Owls had that were absolutely stellar, and it was wild to watch. The saves that they were making, balls that I thought were just going to be in that weren't, and creating all of those saves, just keeping themselves in it and not being able to find the goals at the other end. So yes, we do not have an interview. So as I was saying before, we had to riff here that we will be back at 8:15 for a Star League matchup between the Gators and Dragons. So with that, I've been Mia, and I've been joined by Clover. Uh, you've been watching Frontier Doubles League, and come back in about a half hour for our next series.
Close eyes and body see through. Time flies when I'm with you. Looming below the sun, holding me like a gun. Sweat and rain, fall in a dream. Rest can wait. let you go, can't let you go now. Making it so hard. You got to know now. Ooh, taking it too far. Nothing to hold now. I'm falling apart. Out in the cold now. Breathing underwater. Breathing underwater now. I can't let go. Underwater. under your skin for so long. Oh, I am in your head, so tell me, is it wrong? Oh, you fell under my spell, so well, so well. Oh, you fell under my spell, so well, so well. You fell under my spell now, my spell, my spell. You fell under my spell now, my spell, my spell. My spell, my spell, my spell, my spell. You fell under my spell now, my spell, my spell, my spell, my spell. You fell under my spell. You fell under my You fell under my spell now. You fell under my spell, my spell. What did I think? My spell inside my spell. I know it's right. My spell. What did I think? My spell. And I hide my spell. My stay under my spell. My spell. My spell. You fell under my spell now. My spell. My spell. You fell under my spell now. You fell under my spell now. You fell under my spell now. Into the night, the city lights are dancing, slowly falling apart. The shadows causing an outbreak of wishing upon a star. This time I'm feeling stronger, and I know I can do better. The shadows causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light, we're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light, we're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the lights on. wishing upon a star. This time I'm feeling higher, and I know I can be taller. Shadows causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, sweet even when they hurt. You wanna feel, wanna fall in love, wanna give it all up, but you don't want to lose your control. Are we playing this game? Oh, are we playing this game? Are you too afraid, or are you giving in? Let the games begin, 'cause I play to win. Are we playing this game?
Good evening, FDL. Today, we are back, and we've got our Star League Gators versus Dragons. I hope you're all ready. I'm joined here with my lovely co-host, Poise Kami. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, Clover. And I hope that our audience is also doing great. We got a great match for you right now. The 10-0 Dragons versus the 5-5 Gators here. And, I mean, based off the records, it might be a little obvious who might take this one. But, Clover, what do you think?
I'm thinking a little bit of... I'm going to be optimistic on this one, and I'm going to say we've got ourselves a decently even match. I mean, score records aren't everything, right? We've got 4 players on the field, and I say let's get them in here and get them rolling.
I do say that as well. And as our players join and appear on the field, you're going to get game number 1 of this series rolling. There's the kickoff countdown. It's going to be Robot and Moto meeting each other here. It's going to go to the Dragon side, to Moink. Going to get a little touch here. Another one. DFAT's going to get that. But Moto's there, and it's going to be an early start for the Dragons.
And coming right out of the gate, with that aggression, you love to see it. I mean, we love to have it. And Dragons taking 1-0 with only 8 seconds into the game. Seeing a little bit of luck, a little bit of skill. I mean, that early, it's kind of hard to tell, but still pretty even by the looks of it. Tunloink going off the wall there. Not quite able to beat Robot Man off that back wall. Moto setting this one out mid to Tun. Tun can't find the touch. Gets it over DFAT. Moto, not quite the shot you want to see out of our Dragons team, but DFAT going for the Cookser pinch. Will find it, but not on target. Now Tun popping this one up to himself. Able to get a beat over Robot Man. Leaving for Moto. However, Moto not quite able to find follow-up. Gets beat by DFAT. Tunloink not quite able to get over DFAT, but Robot Man coming in for the save. Moto. Now with time, not a lot of boost. Gonna play for a 50 on Robot Man. DFAT straight in front of his net. Gets a little bit of clear out there. And Kami, what are your thoughts on this game so far, man?
I mean, they're keeping it close so far. That even though that one little mishap on the kickoff, but it's close. I mean, Robot Man gonna flick it over. Gonna try to keep pressure here. DFAT's gonna be there. Moto's in net ready though. It's gonna go to the corner. That looked a little weird on my screen. I don't know how you got that demo, but gonna go to the Gators quarter here. Little bump on Robot Man from Moto is gonna try and keep that pressure. It is low on boost. Toon Link waiting back here. Robot Man gonna try and take control. Moto's on top of it though. DFAT gonna clear it out to the wall. Toon Link up the wall. See what he's gonna do with this. Off the quarter, gonna try to put it on target. Moto's not ready though. Gonna try to set it back up in the center. Toon Link's back, ready and waiting for that. But man, it's gonna be off the backboard. DFAT's barely gonna be able to get to that, and it's looking like Gators got good defense right now. Clover.
Yeah, and with great defense comes great counterattacks, right?
Absolutely.
But
see here.
The control by these Dragons is going to be tough to beat because everyone's just getting beat on the field right now, but it's looking like Dragons are having the better bit of possession here. DFAT going for a little bit of a cuckster. Moto there to stop him. Not quite able to put it on target. Now Robot Man sending it to DFAT, who now doesn't have any boost, but Toon Link sending that one over the corner, trying to control that boost, can't find it. Gets a bump on Robot Man. Will give Moto as much time as he needs. Take a low 50 to that back wall. Moto not quite able to put that out front, but Toon Link. Moto into the back of that net, and that's a great pass there from Toon Link across the entire field to Moto.
Excellent pass. I mean, it looks like I don't know who was at that, but I think it was DFAT went out for it. He wasn't quite expected to get beat on that or just miss it, and Moto's just there and waiting. Gonna be a good kickoff here. DFAT gonna bang it across the field. Toon Link is back and ready and waiting. Can't quite get it. DFAT's keeping that pressure though. Robot Man just sitting back here a bump, but Moto's gonna be there to block it, and that's an overextension from the Gators. Dragons are gonna get a free one.
And with 151 to go, being down 3-0 is not easy.
It definitely isn't. It's still possible to come back from this, but it's not looking too good right now.
It's a great kickoff. Toon Link finding a flick. DFAT getting the save on it. Toon Link staying on this. Takes a big 50 against DFAT. Robot Man now off of his back corner. Will proceed to control this ball, but Moto there to stop him in his tracks. Toon Link already up for it. Will find the shot, but DFAT finding a better save. Moto kind of controls this ball. Gets a 50. Toon Link trying to control this corner boost and the ball. Will get bumped for it. Moto straight up to the ceiling. DFAT now in possession. Throws it away to push this across the field by himself some time. Toon Link sending it right back. And we're playing a little bit of ping pong here by the looks of it.
Absolutely. Oh, pinch off of Moto to DFAT. It's going to bounce off the backboard, and Toon Link is going to be there. Get the clear. Seems like it's going to bounce out the Robot Man. Just going to bang the ball across, and I mean, you might need to look for a little more control here. Just giving the ball away to the Dragons doesn't seem to be working. Trying to buy yourself some time, but it's going to come right back, and Moto's going to get that save. Robot Man, not a strong enough shot to be on target nor just go in. Moto with a little dribble. Maybe looking for a reset. Maybe got it, but it's saved away by DFAT. Toon Link gonna bounce it off the corner here. It's gonna set up, but it's gonna get cleared away by DFAT. Little pinch between the two. Moto gets bumped off of that. Robot Man gonna pass it, but DFAT wasn't ready, it seems. And that's a heavy beat off the backboard, and it looks like Dragons have this one.
And just one for the road from our Gators team to bring it 3-1, tighten up that gap. Probably not enough time here to catch up unless there are two extremely fast kickoff goals, which is unfortunate to see, but going into game two, I feel like, you know, our players are feeling out the field, feeling out each other, and gonna be a little closer, I want to say.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, looking back at the one time that these two teams faced off in the regular season, it was close. Every game, I think the highest point differential was like a 2 point lead for the Dragons. It might have been a 3-0 sweep, but really looking down into those stats and those score lines, Gators have shown they can keep up with this team. And hopefully we can see that.
Yeah, and I gotta say, I would love to. But we just gotta hope that they'll do their job and keep up with our Dragons team. But so far, Gators with 8 saves. Gotta give some credit where it's due, right?
Absolutely. A really good defense, just a couple of mishaps, and, it happens. And it's still game one. They have plenty of time to fix whatever they got going on. I mean, just like couple fixes on defense, I think they'd be good to go. Maybe a little stronger offense as well.
Yeah, and I think holding possession when they do have it could be their biggest struggle so far.
Yeah, because I noticed that they kind of just throw the ball away a lot, and it just gives Dragons free possession, and the Dragons are actually there taking their time with it. But we're gonna start game 2. Wolf, Robot Man, and Moto is gonna go on the side of the Dragons. Emily gonna have a free one here. Can't quite get back to it. DFAT gonna catch here. Gonna take his time, and Moto can't quite get back to that. It's gonna roll up off the crossbar into the net. It's a good start from the Gators.
We're seeing another kickoff goal at the beginning of the game. I think that's interesting, to say the least, especially coming from our Gators team.
Absolutely. Moto gonna go up for this. It might be another one if I can get that though, Robot Man. Off the wall here, but Tunlink is gonna be there to try and break up. DFAT gonna fake it out. Low on Busto. Gonna try and get a bump on Moto. Moto can't quite get it. Moto tries to get the reset. Tries to get the bump on Tunlink, but Tunlink's gonna be able to get there. DFAT bumps him.
Well played here from our Dragons team, bringing us to a brand new game, basically. Just 4 minutes, 31 seconds left on this clock. We're going to see Moto and DFAT on the kickoff. Robot Man getting the fake kickoff going. DFAT trying to put that one on net. Can't quite find it, though. It's a little wide. But now Robot Man with boost and ball. Trying to get a beat on Moto. Will not put a shot on net, but to the side. Trying to pass it to his teammate, Robot Man. Trying to take a shot. Little high. DFAT now. Really putting this pressure on from our Gators team. Gotta say, gotta give it to them. And I gotta say, they're playing a lot better than they were in that first game.
Absolutely. It seems they've started to figure out what's going on here. They're trying to play around that. Tunlink's gonna beg it, and Moto's gonna pass it down. And Tunlink hesitated to go for that a little 50 here. Moto gonna try and get this around. It's gonna be 50 to the wall here. I think Robot Man's gonna have it again. It's a fast enough shot to go into the back of the Dragons net. Gators will go up 2-1.
A little bit of a change of scenery here from our Gators team. Gotta say, being in the lead. 3 minutes, 39 seconds left. We're gonna see Robot Man versus Tunlink on this kickoff. See who gets the better 50. It's looking like the Gators. Moto rushing back for that corner boost, but DFAT already up, trying to bang it to the back wall. Maybe Robot Man. Robot Man getting beat out by Tunlink will give them a free net to our Dragons, getting that goal right back and tying it up with a little under 3:30.
Yeah, if you're the Gators, that's not quite what you wanted to do. I think Robot Man just thought he might have had that, could have been faster, but that ball was pretty much right in the Dragons' hands. But now we have a new kickoff number 5. It's gonna be on the Dragons' side. Moto gonna bang it, maybe looking for some DFAT. Not gonna get the touch he might quite want, and Moto's gonna just rush in and deal that away.
Yeah, and that's really unfortunate there. I mean, DFAT not quite able to get the touch that he wants to clear that one out, and Moto's going to stay on that, keep the aggression, and it will give them a goal. But Tunlink to Moto, Moto not quite able to find a good touch, but Tunlink trying to put this out mid for Moto, but Moto taking this one out off of the back wall, trying to get a beat. Moto now passing it mid for Tunlink. Robot Man with a clear. DFAT with a follow. Moto to his back wall. Robot Man to mid. DFAT. A little bit of a misflip there, which is unfortunate, but Robot Man setting it to the sidewall, trying to buy his teammate some time to get some boost. Maybe a shot. DFAT a little far off. But Robot Man gonna try and early challenge this. Love to see that ceiling challenge. DFAT up for the shot. Will find it. No, he won't. Unfortunate, but Robot Man putting this one out to his back corner, and gotta say, Kami, I'm a little surprised that wasn't a goal.
I am too. I mean, I saw that demo come in, and I was really expecting to just see a goal explosion after that, but nothing quite came out of that one. It was a good try, and that's going to be off crossbar here. A little bit of a double commit, but it's fine. The Dragons can recover from that. Rubber Man trying to avoid the demo there, it seems. Tunlink going for that. Can't quite. Doesn't have the boost, and there's a bump onto Moto, I think that was. Defense going to score. Hold on, I got to watch this back. Got to make sure I'm correct here. Yeah, goes flying right there. Defense just going to put that one in.
Well played here by our Gators team. Tunlink versus Robot Man. DFAT getting the better possession out of it, but Moto off the ceiling will not find a challenge. DFAT trying to outplay Tunlink there, but can't quite. Robot Man up for a pre, but won't find it. Moto now. Can't really put any aggression on this ball, really. DFAT playing after that really big 50 there. Going to take a power shot. Can't find it. Robot Man going in for the 50. Will get the beat, but is that really the better play here? Moto taking it to the sidewall, chooses to flip it out. Going for a little bit of a double tap, does miss. Tunlink now popping it up. Trying to make our Gators a little awkward here. Moto off the sidewall again. A little bit of an air dribble here. Will find the dunk onto DFAT, and you hate to see it because there's not much really you can do there.
Absolutely not. I mean, you just got to try and get it to where you can out of the possession of that person in the air, and he just couldn't quite get that. But that's a really good play from Moto. It's got to be in the favor of Gators here. Robot Man gonna try to maybe fake it a little bit. Can't quite get her around to him. Moto on really low boost here, but Tunlink's gonna be back and ready. He's gonna pass it out to Moto. Boost doesn't quite spawn for him though, and that's a weird 50. Gonna be unfortunate for the Gators here.
I'm in shock.
Yeah, I don't know what to say either. I mean, now it's Moto gonna hit it over to the Gators side. DFAT gonna ding it back. It again started to notice that they're just clearing the ball away. I mean, sure they've been able to get a little more offensive. Oh man, it's gonna flip the wrong way here. Tunlink just kind of taking his time here. Gonna set it up for Moto. It's gonna be off the crossbar, but Tunlink is there. That's a good one right there. I can't even.
That's a good read.
Yeah.
Now off this kickoff, we're going to see DFAT versus Moto meeting in the middle. Robot Man pushing it over to the side, maybe for DFAT. Tunlink with the possession though, will flip it forward. DFAT with the beat, trying to find the double. Kind of blocks off his teammate, which, you know, very unfortunate, but with only 3 seconds left, what can you really do? And game 2, our Dragons team yet again.
Yeah, I mean, they'll get one more for the road to increase the score line, making it look a little better for them. But, I mean, I just don't know what happened, Clover. The Gators were looking really good in that first half, and then out of nowhere, there's just three goals that the Gators let up there, and I just couldn't tell you what happened there.
You know, neither could I. And I mean, I'm still kind of stuck up over that lucky 50, that one goal.
Yeah.
That was very interesting to me, but yet again, our Gators, with really good defense, we're seeing 6 saves on 13 shots. So a little under half of the shots were saved. Which, you know, it sucks, but what can you really do except for more aggression? I want to say more accuracy from our Gators could really put them in this game.
Absolutely. I think I could say the same. They've worked on the just having possession a little bit. They just need to work on touches and just accurate shooting overall. That one demo play, it was really good, but it ended up going off the backboard there, and that could have been a goal that put them in the lead, or it just. But at the end of the day, I mean, what happens happens, and it seems like they're gonna get ready to play another match here, Clover.
Yeah, and we're seeing a little bit of a fake kickoff here from the Dragons. Moto, big miss on that touch, but will clean it up for himself. Grabs that mid boost, gonna try and put it mid for his teammate maybe, but that's a big clear by Robot Man, but straight to Tunloink. Tunloink gonna go up for this play of 50 on DFAT. Not quite able to do a whole lot with that, but Robot Man now chasing this ball with no boost. Tunloink getting a better 50 off of him. DFAT now getting a little bit of a clear. Moto there to read it. Off the sidewall again. Trying to control this ball to the back wall. Moto sending it straight to Tunloink, but DFAT there to cut him. Now DFAT taking a shot to put it top right. Will not be in, but will follow it up off of both of the posts, might I add.
That's really good there. I don't know if that was intentional or not, just to make the Dragons awkward, but either way, that's good placement to just throw them off. It's gonna be Robot Moto here. Tunloink gonna get the ball. Try and get a little dribble 50 with DFAT here. Robot already on top of that, but Moto's up there. Can't quite get a high enough touch. And the Gators are looking much better right now. Up 2-0.
Especially within the first almost minute of the game, I gotta say. That's quite impressive from our Gators team so far. Now, off the straight off, we have DFAT versus Tunloink. Robot Man with the boost. Can he find the ball? He will. Won't be able to find the Doomsday Dish, though. Will get demoed for it, and Moto now with all the possession. DFAT with a challenge. Tunloink trying to send that one off to the back wall, but that's a great clear there by our Robot Man. Moto trying to put that one mid, but will miss his touch. Robot Man able to get the better 50 out of it. Robot Man trying to put it out middle for DFAT. DFAT now taking a quick shot to put that top left and bring our Gators 3-0. I'm impressed.
I can say the same. I mean, they're looking much better now. They're learning not to just throw the ball at the net and try to keep that possession, it seems. And Dragons, I don't know. They're just falling for all of it right now. But gonna go to the Dragons side here. Tunloink gonna get a little clear Moto with the follow up here, but DFAT is right there. Moto looking for a bump, but can't quite get it. DFAT gonna try and put it on target. Here it is, but Tunloink to the net. Robot got to take it up the wall here. Moto trying to disrupt. He will off the ceiling here. A little pinch. Not quite fast enough to get past the defense. DFAT gonna look to get it off the sidewall here. We can't quite. It's gonna be off backboard here. Demo on Tunloink. That's gonna be an open net. Gators up 4-0 with 3:05 left in the game. Over.
I mean, we've got a whole new team here. Gators speeding up a little bit, and our Dragons unfortunately slowing down with them. Not quite able to adapt fast enough to clear off some goals from the board, but Caster's curse, I gotta say, Dragons bringing the lead just down to 3 goals up.
Yep. That's a beautiful touch from Moto right there. I mean, good way to get yourself on the board, and we have another kickoff here. I mean, with 3 minutes left, this comeback definitely seems possible. I mean, I've seen things like this before. A little flick from Tim Link's gonna be off the back where Moto's there, and that's beautiful. They are feeling it. They are starting to feel it now. Nice little team play. They want it.
Just as I say, they're slowing down. They start to speed back up. And I swear they're listening to me. You know, Galloway. What are you telling them, man?
Oh, he's
Moto.
actually telling them nothing. He's just saying
Yeah, he might be, because we've got ourselves almost tie game, and with how our Dragons are playing, we might see even more than that.
Absolutely. And 2:47, and I mean, it wasn't looking good about 30-ish seconds ago, but now it's looking like ball game here. Moto not gonna quite be able to get that robot with a little touch. He's gonna get it past him anyway. Take it off the wall here, try to get something going. Gets another touch. Moto's there in net though. It's just one to beat here. And he can't quite get it over DFAT. DFAT gonna make it off the side wall here. Sunlink gonna send it over to Moto. Moto can't quite turn around and get that. Sunlink's gonna pass it back again. Moto gonna send it forward here. He's gonna get it again. Can't quite catch up to it. DFAT pick it up his corner. Gonna hop off the wall here. Just gonna take it to the ground. It's gonna get it past one. Gonna look for a demo on the other. And that's a win for both. Link riding off the side wall here. Set up mid for Moto. It's gonna be met by Robot Man. Link banging that ball towards the net, but DFAT's ready for that. Moto with a full tank here. Gonna try and see what he can do with this. Little flick over off the back wall though. Link gonna try and keep that pressure. Gonna try and keep the Dragons in this. DFAT is gonna beat him on this. It's on the Dragons side now, and now things are looking a lot more tense here, Clover.
And Tunlong now with the possession sends it to the back wall. Moto, a little bit of a beat there. This could be dangerous, and it will be. DFAT, as soon as he got that beat, he knew he was going to bring this game 5-3. And our Gators team playing a million times better in this game 3, really showing who they are. Let's kick off for Robot Man. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Absolutely, but this is gonna go over to the Dragon side. To like a little catch. DFAT looking to dunk that off of him. Can't quite. Moto going up here. Gonna try and dribble it, break it down for a little pinch, but he's gonna meet Robot Man on the ground here. DFAT gonna pop it up, but Timlink's ready. He's gonna take that away from him right here. It's gonna be a cross. Moto can't quite get to that. Moto off the ceiling here. Can't quite get the touch though. And I mean, just a little under 40 seconds here, Clover. I mean, they can still do this, but it's starting to look like the Gators have it locked down.
Yeah, and
I
Caster curse.
I shouldn't have opened my mouth.
It happens every time.
Every time.
But Moto sinking that one in top right. Very good placement there. Way to be there. Now we're going to see our DFAT versus Tunloink on this kickoff. Moto meeting in the middle with Robot Man, but DFAT looking like he's getting the possession and the boost. Chooses to go low with it, but Moto went for an early 50 there. Robot Man a little bit scared of that ball going so fast. Tunloink able to get the 50 on that. Moto already up. DFAT sending that one straight back out. Great save there. Tunloink trying to put more pressure on this ball as much as he can, but unfortunately, Moto, wait, that's going to be the ground. There's no way. Tunloink keeps it up. Pops it up to Moto. Moto trying to keep this one up, keep it alive. DFAT, that's a crazy 50. but DFAT will put that one to the ground, and that will be game 3 to the Gators. And that brings our series 2-1 in our Dragons' favor.
Yeah, much better showing from the Gators. Much better. Like even when it started to, it seemed like they started to choke a little bit, choke that lead. At the end, they just kept it locked down. I mean, they're finding ways to make good plays. They're fast on the counterattacks. It seems like they're just chilling back, playing defense if they have to, and looking for those mistakes that the Dragons have made this game. And but I mean, at the same time, the Dragons aren't just gonna let that go. You see, this game started off what 4-0, and it ended up 5-4. They do want to win this. Both teams want to win this. Matter of fact, it's very evident in the gameplay.
Yeah. Now, going into game 4, with our Gators team playing so strong, we're going to have to see our Dragons lock in a little bit here. Moto versus Robot Man on this kickoff. A little bit of a win from our Gators, but DFAT popping that one up to the backboard. Tunley able to clear that one out to Moto. Moto trying to reach this ball. Trying to play it high for Tunley. Robot Man. A little bit of a soft touch to himself, but Moto will beat him out. DFAT pushing that one upfield a little bit. Moto and Tunlink, a little bit of a 50 against each other. Will pop that up over their back wall. Moto with a little bit of boost. Can't quite control the ball off of Robot Man. Tunlink sending it forward to Moto. Moto not quite able to put that one on net, but will push it forward to put on a little bit of pressure. DFAT with the ball, with the boost. Moto there with a save. Robot Man trying to keep this one in. DFAT's going to turn, send it to the corner. Try and buy himself a little bit of time here. Now Tunlink, big 50 and with no boost. I'm kind of surprised. But with a minute into the game with no goals scored, I mean, I think that's a first, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, Clover. I mean, both these teams seem like they've got it locked down now. No Mickey kickoff goals. They're playing great. They're on top of the defense at the moment. But DFAT gonna put this one on target. It's gonna be off. Tunlink gonna get that save. Robot Man gonna get met by Moto in the air. Having none of that. Tunlink gonna try to keep pushing it forward. He'll pop it high, maybe from Moto. He'll beat out DFAT. Robot Man gonna 50 with Tunlink. Off to the wall. Moto with a catch here. Ooh, a little team bump in it. He was the fake out Robot Man. DFAT gonna get it into the Dragon's corner, but Moto off the back wall here. Can't quite, gets it around one actually. Robot Man just has to bang that away. One boost here. DFAT gonna take it off the wall here. A little dribble, and that's gonna be an unfortunate 50 for Moto. Not quite positioned right to challenge that there.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate 50 out of Moto. And with 3 minutes left, let's hope that our Dragons can get it back. Let's see here, Robot Man, Tunlink, in the middle. DFAT, not quite able to challenge this ball against Moto. Moto kind of throwing away that ball, but DFAT getting his possession stolen by Moto and Tunlink. Pushing that one out middle. Moto able to get the read, and we'll bring our game back to a tie.
And there you go. That's what you want to see. If you're the Dragons, you want to see a fast as possible response right there. You don't want your offensive power to linger. You don't want to fall behind here. That's what you need if you're the Dragons, especially after seeing the start of last game. But it's gonna be in the Gators quarter here. Robot Man, I'm gonna miss that. He's still gonna get a touch off of the reverse here. Moto trying to take his time, trying to win that 50. A little team bump, but it's fine. Tunlink gonna get beat out, but Moto is there in the middle, ready for it. Robot Man's gonna be able to get back. Gonna get that 100. Gonna take it off the wall here. Little flip into it. Tunlink is ready though. He's gonna clear that. That gonna over. Moto's got Twin Link though. Moto gonna pass it out mid. Gonna go high here. Both Dragons players gonna go back for a second. Moto got a 50 this. Twin Link trying to take possession. Might meet DFAT. Gonna bounce it off the wall, up and over. And he can't quite get the finish, but Moto's there. Can't quite get a touch he wants. Gators are gonna try to clear this out, but the Dragons are keeping that pressure. And I mean, time has flowed pretty quickly. It was just about 2 minutes 40. I mean, time's ticking down. Somebody's got to score soon, Clover.
Yeah, and Moto. I mean, he's put on a great show for us today, but we need to see more if they want to win this game quick. Tunlink. Bit of a ceiling bounce there, not quite able to read it, but Robot Man will. Gets a beat over Moto and a demo. Now DFAT gonna push this one out mid. Tunlink with the boost. Robot Man with the ball. Can't quite find the net. Tunlink going for a little bit of a counterattack. It's off. Can't find the 50 on DFAT. Robot Man now trying to hold possession here against Moto. Flicks it high, but Moto will be ready for this. Moto trying to follow this up. Will get a bump. Can't find a shot. Tunlink sitting a little far back there. And he could be punished for it. DFAT finds the shot with 35 seconds left. If we're going in a cycle here, I believe our Dragons will be able to catch up.
Yeah, and I mean, just right there, you got to work on your positioning a little bit. Tunlink pushed a little too far. It also went for that touch. Couldn't quite get back around it, but that's going to be a nice little passing play. It's not going to be on target here, and they might be punished for it. Tunlink actually will get back here. DFAT going to bang it to the backboard of the Dragons here. Robot Man keeping that pressure. So is DFAT. It's going to go out to the side here. Moto going to try and take control. 10 seconds left. Going to make Robot Man jump for it. It's going to go off a wall, but DFAT's going to clear it. That is a big clear. The Link taking it up the wall. 0 seconds left on the clock here. DFAT got to challenge that, and Gators will tie up the series 2-2. And I gotta say, less high scoring. Yeah, it seems both these teams are starting to have it locked down.
And if you've noticed, our Gators defense, their saves have gone down quite a large margin compared to what it used to be, and it looks like they've started focusing more on offense and putting all that aggression into offense instead of defense. And it's really working for them, these Dragons. Not quite keeping up with it.
Yeah, the shots from the Dragons have also gone down a significant amount. I remember just 2 games ago, they had 13 shots against 8 saves. It's now even shot amount 5-5. And I mean, Dragons just got to pick it back up again. Gators seem to have them figured out, and I mean, if they want to win this, they gotta bring something new to the table. Seems.
And I know these Dragons. I know they can turn this around. They need to switch this pressure up very quickly, or else we're going to see some consequences. Tunlink, a little bit of a car switch here. DFAT on the kickoff. Moto with the possession goes for an early shot. Robot Man will be able to clear this one. Won't be able to get that boost, however, which could be not too great for our Gators. Tunlink popping that one up to the back wall. DFAT getting the read, but sends it straight to Moto. Moto with a catch. DFAT with an early challenge. Tunlink on this ball. Robot Man with a little bit of a 50. Moto trying to send this to the corner. Trying to play it high, make DFAT a little too awkward there. Robot Man will find a clear. However, Moto will be on this, and our Dragons are really just holding up their pressure. DFAT with a great save. Not a lot of boost. Tunlink with a shot. Robot Man with a save. The Dragons are really starting to switch it up. Really trying to play in this game. And Moto not quite able to find a really good 50 on Robot Man, but Robot Man backflip. Not quite able to find DFAT. DFAT with the ball now. Needs that boost. Will not find it. Robot Man not quite able to get it clear over Moto and Tunloink. Pushing that one over to the back wall. Moto with the fake. Not quite able to find the net. And our Dragons really stepping up their pressure this game. We're already seeing 5 shots out of them.
Absolutely. I mean, this is what you want, and I think that's gonna be a counterattack right there. Tunloink just gonna take the free and open net. Robot Man wasn't quite back. DFAT can't quite get a good 50 to buy his teammate some time. I mean, that's gonna be 1-0. A little under 340 to go. Gonna go in favor of the Dragons here. Tunloink with a early shot here. DFAT's got to save it away. Moto's gonna try and put us back out mid. Tunloink can't quite put a shot on. I'm like gonna try and keep this pressure here. Low boost. Can he do it? He's gonna get to the backboard. Robot Man can't reach that. Moto's just waiting back, not quite confident enough that he can beat that. Moto gonna pass it over to the other wall. Tunloink gonna get beat out by Robot Man here. Moto has possession again, but DFAT is right there on top of it. DFAT's gonna be able to get that corner boost. He's gonna go up for it. Tunloink with a challenge from midfield. Gonna get it past Robot Man as well here. Gonna pass it out mid for Moto, and Moto misses that. But it's fine. Gonna try and get it back mid again. DFAT this time is ready. Tunloink still trying to keep this pressure here. Robot Man's gonna be there for the save. Moto taking his time. One to beat. Flick. Can't quite get it over DFAT. Tunloink gonna try and put a shot on here, and Tunloink gonna dunk it off the top of Robot Man's car.
And well played there by Tunloink, reading that Robot Man had just gotten the possession. He's going to steal it right from him. Now with 2-0, our Dragons are looking a lot better, but DFAT, Tunloink. Let's send that to the Dragons' back left corner. Robot Man a little awkward there. Moto. Not quite on target. Robot Man gonna clear this one out. Gets a big 50 against Moto, but Tunloink ready for it. Moto going for the shot. Oh my, off of that back wall. That was insanely close. Robot Man, a bit of a fake there, but DFAT able to control this ball. Tunloink staying on it. And 50 after 50, I'm starting to get dizzy, Tommy.
Same. There's another one for you. I beat it. It's looking like both the teams are starting to be at the same speed here. There's always somebody on both teams meeting each other, but Robot Man's gonna hit this wall here. Moto's gonna take his time because he knows DFAT's not gonna challenge anytime soon. Get it around one, and if he can get it target fast enough, he can't. Robot Man will save that and demo into Tunloink. Tunloink's gonna have to recover for a minute. Moto is back. DFAT is taking his time, and it's going to be over Robot Man. Is that on target? Yes, it is. That's going to be another one for the Dragons. That's not what you want to see if you're the Gators. That's 2 open nets given up now in this match.
Yeah, unfortunate commit there by Robot Man. And let's see here, Tunloink versus DFAT. Ooh, very close there. Moto clearing this one out. Robot Man. Well, I gotta say, Kami, these Gators slowing down again, and Dragons picking it back up. I gotta say, it's tough to decide who will play better, you know.
Yeah, it seems like every game it's just a 50-50 coin toss of who's just better at the moment. And right now it seems that it's landed on the Dragons' tails. But Moto gonna try to clear this out, but DFAT's right on top of it. Moto gonna beat DFAT this time. Robot Man's gotta rush back, get that up off the corner. Can't quite do anything else with it. Moto with a demo gonna buy their team some time. Tunloink gonna get that off backboard. DFAT's right there though, and Moto's not back in net. The Gators are gonna get one at least, if nothing else.
It's possible, but it's really hard. Moto getting the better 50 out of that kickoff. DFAT not quite able to find the ball. Will find it. Sends it to the side. Going for the sidewall. Will not find it, but Robot Man barely missing that open net. And with 1 second left on the clock, this could be interesting.
Could be. All Gators need is just a good kickoff in their favor here, and seems like it's going to be going to be fat here. And that is what they need, but it's going to hit the ground. There's not going to be a bounce off of that good enough to keep it high enough, and that would be Dragons 3-2 here. And I got to say, Clover, they looking much better. 16 shots. Ooh.
And we've got ourselves a server reset real quick.
Oh.
So I suppose we will be back in just a second. But about that game, definitely a lot better out of our Dragons. Bringing it to 3-2 match point. I'm wondering if we see the 2 wins back and forth, right? Then our Gators don't have a chance. But luckily, I have faith. And I know our players, and I know our Gators can bring it back.
Absolutely. They just need to bring back what they were doing in games 4 and 3. And I mean, they could bring this back. I'm sure of it. But if they can't bring back that outspeeding and outplaying the Dragons, then it's looking like it's gonna be Dragons taking it.
Mm-hmm. And with our lobby back up, we must wait for our players. Let's see here.
Hopefully we'll get in here soon.
Mm-hmm. But I want to start up a little bit of a prediction here. I want to say Gators bring this back to Game 7.
I mean, while I would love to see and cast a Game 7 again, I just don't know. I mean, unless the Gators somehow pick it back up, and unless they talked about something in that little 30 seconds or so we had for that server reset, I just don't see it. But we're gonna see now as Tumlunk and DFAT on the kickoff here. DFAT taking his time here. Moto's gonna be able to beat him though. Moto off the wall, and that's gonna be almost in, but Robot Man can just barely get there, and that's gonna be a good start for the Gators. And maybe I was wrong.
And it's looking like maybe I could be right, but with so much time left, it's very hard to tell.
Yeah, absolutely. About what? That's 16 seconds off the clock here. I mean, anything can happen, but DFAT's going to bang that. It's going to be all target, but Moto's just waiting back in net here. DFAT keeping that pressure on. Robot Man staying back, waiting. Moto trying to just beat one. Robot Man's ready for that, though. Can't quite get that around DFAT. Going to take it up the wall here. Tunloik got to be ready for that. Moto. Not quite the touch you want, but it's going to be an awkward bounce for Robot Man. Maybe it is. Tunloik going to meet DFAT here in the corner. DFAT trying to take his time here. Moto going to challenge here. DFAT going to try and get a pinch here. Going to be off the back wall, though. Moto going to take this up wall. Going to go on the ceiling. Going to bang it off the backboard, but Robot Man's ready, and I don't know if anyone's getting back to that. No, they're not. And That's just unfortunate. It's not what you want right now if you're the Dragons. Double overextensions.
Seems like this server reset has improved our Gators' capabilities, and they're playing a lot better. Robot Man versus Moto. Moto getting the better 50. He chooses to stay on it, takes a quick shot, and we'll put that in for goal 1 to our Dragons. And as religion so far in this series, it's a nice goal by the Gators, and then close to a kickoff goal from our Dragons.
Yeah, that's much better. It's starting to look like the game where they were down 0-3. They weren't down 0-3. And, you know, Dragons started to come back around the same time. This time it might be a little easier. Moto gonna pop that out. And that is just a good 50 from DFAT. Gonna try and extend this lead, trying to keep the Dragons away from a chance.
Yeah, the Gators really stepping it up this game. We're seeing 5 shots out of them and 3 shots out of the Gators, or from the Dragons. My apologies. DFAT, Tunloik, Moto. Trying to find a touch there to push this one forward. Moto not quite able to really find that possession that he needs. But I push this one out mid. Trying to find it. Robot Man. Pushing this one upfield. It's a little tough. Tunloik with a big clear. Gonna try and hold possession here. Gets a big 50 on DFAT. Moto up for this touch. Not really what you want to see. Now Robot Man gonna try and control this one. Grab the mid boost. Does miss it, however, which is quite unfortunate. DFAT off of his back wall. Gonna try and control this ball in the air. Fakes out a flip reset. Goes for a ground pinch right over Moto. Tunloik. Not a lot of boost. We'll get a clear out to Moto. Moto with the shot. Moto trying to find the double tap. Can't find it. DFAT will be there for the clear. Tunloik pushing this one back in. We're seeing that aggression out of our Dragons team, and it's not going to pay off well for him. DFAT with a big 50 across the entire field. Moto. Can't quite find the control he wants there, Tunloik. We're seeing a lot of demos out of our Gators team here.
Yes, we are. I mean, wait, Moto? DFAT's going to be ready for that. I mean, Dragons, they have their aggression right now, but they can't quite find anything off of that. And as soon as I say something, they get a goal.
It exists.
Maybe I should just keep opening my mouth.
Hey, if you speak it into existence, it'll happen, right? Murphy's Law.
Absolutely. But another kickoff. Getting ready here, our 6th kickoff of this game here. Gonna go in the favor of Dragons, just barely though. Moto. Gonna have it, but Robot Man's gonna be able to get that clear. Tunloik. Gonna send it to the back wall. DFAT. Gonna bang it down to over to Robot. Moto. Gonna try and challenge this here. Gonna get both 50s. Tunloik. Gonna just bang that over, and it's gonna go right back, but Robot Man's ready here. DFAT gonna stay back and try and break up what Moto has planned. Tunloik. DFAT's on top of that though. Moto gonna pop it up here. He's gonna be able to clear it across here. Tunloik gonna get it over one, and Demo coming through. Can Tunloik get it on target in time? Can't quite do it. Looking for another bump, and Moto's gonna be able to beat out Robot. Is gonna tie it up.
That's very close. Moto being able to catch up to that ball and read that play so fast. Kudos. Moto, Robot Man, meeting in the middle. Looking like Dragons getting the better 50 out of it. Tunloik with the shot. It's going to be barely off, but Moto's there to clean it up and bring the game up 1 goal. Our Gators need to fix something.
Absolutely. I mean, they were up 2-0 earlier. A little bit of harassment on Moto, but Tunloik is there. It's gonna be off the wall, and I mean, these Dragons are keeping the pressure. I mean, if you're the Gators, this is not what you wanted to see. You didn't want to see yourself give up this lead like this. You wanted to make sure you could keep them locked down, but as of right now, I'm like off the wall here. DFAT trying to screen him off from the ball, and it will work. Buying Robot Man some time to get it out. A little under 20 seconds left. It's gonna go out to the other wall of the Dragons. Moto can't quite get a touch on that. DFAT gonna center it. Tunlink's gonna miss, but Robot Man's not gonna go for that. Moto is gonna get a free clear here, and that's gonna roll past DFAT. Not quite into the net, but it's a little too far on the other side of the field. Both members with low boost. That's gonna be it.
Well done from our Dragons here today.
Absolutely.
And let's see here.
Yeah. If anything, it's looking like a repeat of the earlier games, Game 1 and Game 2, where Gators had that defense. We're just heavy on defense, just kind of stuck there, it seemed, and Dragons were just putting on shots and just applying all that pressure, because stats show, I mean, 12 shots from the Dragons to about 5 saves from the Gators. I mean, it seems like they worked on it, fixed what was wrong, but then it just all came back like it was a bad habit. It seems.
Yeah, and might I add, we've got an interview with Moto and Tunloink. Welcome in, guys. How are we feeling?
Good. Thank you.
Amazing.
And Kami, I'll let you take it away. Ask him whatever you want, man.
All right. I just want to say, great win from you two. I just, as a member of the Dragons myself, that is exactly what I want to see from you guys. But I want to ask first, what were we feeling? What were we thinking when the Gators started to like pick up the pace and they got those 2 games on you back to back?
I was feeling pretty nervous at first. I was like, okay. Like the first game they took, it was only 1 goal. We came back from an 0-4 deficit pretty quick, and I was like, all right, this is okay. And then game was it game 4? Yeah, that went pretty terribly for me. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean,
So, I've got a question myself. Moto.
Yeah.
Your aggression. How do you keep that up against players that are constantly trying to push you?
Honestly, just like the rotation that I have is I kind of just always stay in the middle of the field and not really like go for big boosts that much. I just rotate a lot in the middle and do really quick cuts. Truthfully, I kind of had to. I have 70 minutes in the last 2 weeks on this game because of some things, and the only way for me to be able to play tonight was just to be ultra aggressive because my mechanics were not there. Like I couldn't do a thing.
I gotta say, I noticed the mechanics weren't really there from you, and congratulations for that. Winning mostly game sense as well.
yeah,
That's
I
true.
mean, even with no mechanics, you still played great, man. I mean, I don't think I have any other questions unless something pops in my head right now. I mean, anything you guys want to say? Anyone you want to shout out?
Shout out Galloway. Shout out Galloway. We love
Shout out Galloway. Shout out Ward, because
Shout out
Ward
Ward.
was gonna play, but thankfully we got stuff sorted out. And you know what? Penguins v Dragons in the finals, the fated matchup.
Mm. I gotta say, congratulations and welcome to finals. And I wish you both the best of luck. But with that, that will close out our stream for tonight, unless you have anything to add, Kami.
Absolutely not. We hear from FDL. Hope you have a great night, and we will be back tomorrow with one. Is it one or two? It's two more matches. We'll be back tomorrow with two more matches for you guys. And I mean, have a great night. Great night, morning, afternoon, wherever you're watching this.